This time with Funtime Freddy. Finally, right? I swear I didn't mean to leave him out. I just kind of had nothing for him at the time when I was sketching the others. Plus, I kind of don't like Funtime Freddy. I know. Come on now. Untwist your panties, unclench your pearls. Sorry, but I just don't have any thoughts on Funtime Freddy. I mean, out of all the Freddys, he's probably the least interesting, to me at least. I know Not Real Name Not At All made a video about him and all his ins and outs, but it still didn't do much for me. I mean, honestly, he's just a more mean Freddy with a bad paint job. Yeah, I said it, his paint job is bad, but not for the reason you think. I seriously believe, and yeah, I know Afton is not real and what I think he thinks is irrelevant, but it's more fun to think from his perspective than the game developers, since again, Afton's the one who technically made the sister location animatronics. So yeah, I feel Afton just lost all interest in making the animatronics fun or interesting. I mean, look at the lineup. Ballora looks insanely detailed and unique. Though she has less going on inside and her kidnapping abilities are lackluster, but her outside still looks like Afton tried to make them appear friendly and different. And then we have Circus Baby. Afton clearly put more effort into her kidnapping abilities than her design. As though it's still unique, it's kind of off due to not really matching Ballora or the actual theme of the band. And then we have Funtime Foxy and Funtime Freddy, which is kind of where I think Afton just gave zero fucks about the rest of the band, or ran out of time, or just figured it was easier to take the two most popular animatronics and repaint them pink and call it a day. Like, yeah, the paint jobs are nice, but they don't really fit with the circus theme, and poor Funtime Freddy doesn't even get his own colors. He's painted the same pink as Funtime Foxy's. So yeah, Afton really didn't care to try anything out for him. Not to mention that Funtime Freddy doesn't really have a title like the others, or if he does, it's not explored in the game or his gameplay. I'm not counting the books. Don't even bring the books up, okay? No books were used in the making of this video or this redesign, okay? It's all game. But yeah, because for a while I've seen people debate on what exactly Funtime Freddy's thing is, and it mostly comes down to magician or puppeteer due to Bonnie being on his hand. And I mean, yeah, it's kind of confusing, all things considering. I mean, there's not much about his paint job or voice lines that really help tell what his whole thing is, which is probably why I had a hard time thinking of stuff for him. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I really don't mind his design. It's pretty much just recolored Freddy. And I mean, yeah, Funtime Foxy's paint job isn't super different or unique, but Afton still did something different with them, unlike Funtime Freddy. And yeah, they painted the same spots on Funtime Freddy as they did Funtime Foxy, but that just proves my point that his paint job is just a copy. The only unique thing is Bonnie, which, let's face it, it's the cutest he's ever been. But again, yeah, I don't have much beef with Funtime Freddy, because I mean, he's just there. Like, he really feels like a last minute ad, and I low-key blame it on Afton because I'm sure he just stopped caring after Funtime Foxy was painted. So let's help Funtime Freddy out with this redesign. Okay, like I said before, Funtime Freddy was a little hard to tell what exactly his circus theme was, and I know a lot of people kept saying he's a ventriloquist because Bon Bon is on his hand, but like, ventriloquism isn't really a circus act. I mean, it's an act, yes, and requires a lot of talent and comedic timing, but it's not what I'd call a circus act. Like, I get where people are coming from, and it could still work if Funtime Freddy put on plays for the kids with other puppets, but he doesn't. Or, well, I'm not 100% on that, but based on the games, I don't think so. So, magicians seem to be the more practical way to go for him. I mean, his OG top hat and bow tie give off the vibe, but first I repainted in blue, and not because that's a boy's color, but because I like the idea of him being Funtime Bonnie's colors, since they made Funtime Bonnie blue, and so he'd stand out the most from the band since he has no problem being upfront about his feelings. I did paint him similar to Funtime Foxy, but just in the ear area. I like the idea of them sharing some similarities since both came from the OG band, and yes, the pattern in his ear is a diamond, but with a more star shape. I kind of went old school cheesy magician, like the magicians back in the day in the 70s, where the costumes were crazy extra, which is why he has a cape now. Which, yeah, I know I said that the flat metal on Ballora and Baby were just asking for a kid to get sliced, but seeing as Funtime Freddy, like Funtime Foxy, are kept a little further or out of reach of the kids, I didn't see much of a problem for this. Plus, it's on his back, so there shouldn't be too much issue. And don't worry about the cape parts in the front, they're painted on. As for the rest of Funtime Freddy, I mostly just reused parts from the others, like I made his legs similar to Circus Baby's, so it looks like he's wearing pants, and even added painted lines to make it look like he has on suspenders. His makeup and foot style is similar to Funtime Foxy's, or well, all the bands really. I mean, makeup is a huge part of any circus or any stage thing. The audience needs to be able to see your face, no matter how far back they are. But I did add some extra stuff to him, like his jaw now has the ability to go up and down, similar to a puppet. I also made his bow tie extra big. I like to think it pokes out and spins around, kind of like Fozzie from the Muppets, or just like clowns in general. I also painted his hands to appear like gloves, so when he does a magic trick, he can do the nothing up my sleeves, or gloves in this case since he's shirtless. I did give him Baby's hand buttons, but they just hold cards and flowers in them. And as for Bonbon, yeah, I took him off Funtime Freddy's hand, because one, I never really found Funtime Freddy to be scary because of Bonbon being on his hand, and two, Bonbon being on his hand just didn't work for his theming, so I put Bonbon in the hat where he'll spring up during the show, and even teases Freddy by not wanting to come out of the hat. Plus, like, how scary would it have been if we didn't know Bonbon was in the hat and just found it on the ground and picked it up, only to be jump scared by Bonbon? Anyway, a lot of what I did was mostly just recoloring and adding some star patterns on him. I kind of wanted to make Funtime Freddy look like a first draft version of Glam Rock Freddy, because I like to think a lot of what went into the Glam Rocks and Pizzaplex was inspired by Sister Location. I like to think that the people who made the Pizzaplex really liked the idea of animatronics having a theme, but also having them have their own areas to showcase that. And the team behind the Glam Rocks just took that inspiration and ran with it. Plus, if you look at Sun and Moon, they kind of give off this first draft of the mixing in of OG Fazbear and Sister Location. Like, I mean, it's just a vibe. I don't know how else to explain it. Anyway, sorry, this is super short, and I didn't go super in-depth with everything, but once I settled on what Funtime Freddy's thing was, it was kind of easy and simple enough to make something. I mean, in all honesty, I didn't really do anything extra crazy. I just gave him a more helpful paint job. Plus, at the time of writing this, a huge-ass windstorm passed through where I live, and all the power went out. And now I'm kind of stuck without power for a while. So, like, I am currently recording this in my mom's car. Like, this was not the plan that I had for this video or this weekend whatsoever. Ugh. But that's life for you. But hopefully I can get this out at the time that I want. But yeah, sorry, just a lot going on IRL right now. But I seriously hope y'all like what I did. Because, I mean, again, I did try to make it more kid-friendly and on theme. So hopefully I succeeded in that. But anyway, next video will be Maman! Yay! Man, I hope y'all get what I was trying to do with him, because I seriously doubt some of y'all are gonna like what I did. But, you know. Anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and me, especially right now, obviously. But yeah, I hope you all have a super fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!